it is, chat. We actually got it. We actually got an update on the what's her name? Gumpy or whatever the fuck her name's. Gumpai. Yeah, Gumpai. Let me see. Hold on. What's this? Just to make your viewers fall in love with you, you don't and don't have a boyfriend in secret. Just make your viewers fall in love with you. Yeah, you gotta love that what is it? That freaking parasocial relationship, you know? Totally. I put my foot down when it comes to like the parasocial stuff, so I'm like, it's very interesting how we got an update on this girl, the girl who literally like caused a mayhem. What was it, last year? Was it last year that she caused mayhem? I don't even remember, to be honest. It's been a while. Let's take a look real quick.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're here. So today we're going to be going over some updates regarding one of the most unhinged VTubers.
Right, she's that one VTuber that's super entitled about somebody making like what, a plushie or something like that, if I remember correctly. Right. I remember. God, it's been a while since I've heard this woman.
We've covered on
she's a kick streamer too as well.
Unhinged VTubers like saying unhinged.
Yeah, she's the one with the plushie drama. Yeah.
Stuff. Now the VTuber in question is named Gumpai. We talked about her roughly 4 months ago after she found herself in some pretty crazy drama. However, the update today is a very simple one, but a very devastating one for the community she has created. And that very simple fact has resulted in her.
There are some people who here in love with Ko. Y'all better come clean. Yeah, the fan made plushie. Yeah, I was like, that's pretty. To be honest, I would be so grateful, you know, to have some a fan of mine just make a plushie or something. I'm even grateful on one of my viewers who made like fan art of me. Of course, I asked him if I can I practice like coloring, like a certain coloring style with it, and he did give me approval or so for it. So eventually, we're gonna color it. We're gonna do some coloring with it, just because I want to practice a couple like different coloring styles. So
basically nuking her entire digital footprint, and that fact is that she has had a boyfriend for most of this time.
Remember the Gunpie person that started drama over plushie months ago? Apparently she was in a relationship all this time and people in her community found out about it. Damn. And then she doesn't exist anymore, dude. Yikes, man. Hey, man, that's what happens with like parasocial relationships, you know? Hey, man. You belong to chat at the end of the day.
Counts. Now, the reason that is so devastating to her community is that she has largely played into the girlfriend experience, and these are the results when it comes out that you've had a boyfriend this whole time. So in order to understand why this had such a momentous buildup that a lot of people are laughing at right now, we're going to go through the context that led up to this moment. But we have to start with what happened in the previous video we covered involving Gumpai. So about 4 months ago, there was some drama involving.
If someone makes a plushie of Ko, make sure it's a sucker. Make sure your bitch ass up.
Gumpai's community commissioned Kuso.
Yeah, Ko belongs to chat. No.
For Gumpai, and when they did that, they had leftover material, so they
nobody owns me.
Ones, and then the artist approached her community on Discord and asked,
"Am I single?" Yes, of course I am single, of course. But like, even then, at the end of the day, right? I still wouldn't say if I'm going out with another content creator or if I'm going out with someone else, I probably wouldn't announce it on here because number one, right? It's still none of your guys' business. Plus at the same time, we all know that like communities with like another content creator, right, can get really ugly at the same time, right? Like their community starts getting a little bit nastier so against my community, or my community gets nasty on them, you know? I prefer not to have that. I'd rather settle things privately with the person at the end of the day, you know? If we end up breaking up, we broke up. That's it, you know? We not talk about it. Let's just be friends and move on, and that's pretty much about it. So that's just how it is for me. Ko ain't single, allegedly. This motherfucker.
If any of them would be interested in this plushie. Instead of being grateful for basically this opportunity happening and someone in her community caring enough to commission this stuff, Gumpai went crazy. She went into this entitled rant targeting this artist, encouraging other communities to ostracize him.
That's crazy.
And also they made fun of the designs themselves.
Yeah, I don't like to make it. I wouldn't want to make it public, to be honest.
Directed to this artist because they're Vietnamese, and they
Yeah.
also
I guess it's like
made
it's none of
some
you guys'
very
business
unhinged
at the end of the
comments
day, you know.
describing their
Like I'll
situation.
give you guys updates from like if something bad happens, you know, or any like updates on other things, right? But I don't want you to worry about it, right? Because I want you guys to come in here and have a fun time and you know and all this other shit, you know. I want you to come hang out with me. We have some good times, have some laughs, joke around, you know, make fun of people for their stupid remarks or their stupid comments and everything like that, and then we just move on. We play games, and that's pretty much about it, you know.
Is being R-worded by the VTubing scene. What made this all worse is that this artist is pretty popular, especially among some big indie and corporate VTubers, so a lot of popular people came into the defense of the artist and attacked Gumpai and criticized her, and then she would get hit with like a million community notes. It was an absolute mess, and she would lose some support from her community, and she would go private. A lot of people made videos about the situation, and she basically kept her head low for a few days, then unprivated, pretty much doubled down and said that she's canceled and she's running with it. And despite losing some people, her most dedicated people were still supporting her. And that's where we really left things off last video. And while she goes back to her content, like I said earlier, she plays heavily into the girlfriend experience, which is something that is...
Hey man, she has a shit ton. For those who don't know, right? For those who did not watch my last video, we literally went to her throne live on stream on the recording. We looked through the entire thing of like the gifted stuff for throne. Holy shit, man. This girl can't even afford a bag of potato chips, to be honest.
Common across
or chopsticks
in many different spaces, but in the VTubing scene, there's a pretty good foothold. Now, the whole concept sounds exactly like what it is, the girlfriend experience. It's typically like a LARP.
Look. I'm not here to make fun of people who are poor because I'm poor too as well. But goddamn, I can afford a pair of chopsticks too. I at least I can afford that at least, and bags of chips. Okay, I can afford that at least.
The VTuber and their community, where maybe they refer to their followers as their boyfriends or husbands or whatever. But that's all it's supposed to be, like an on-stream LARP for whatever their channel's trying to do. And unfortunately for Gumpai, they go way beyond that to some very parasocial levels.
Yeah, I'm not into the parasocial stuff. Sorry. If people who, especially here on my YouTube channel, if you guys are here for like parasocial shenanigans, no. Para afuera, fuera. Lleva eso para afuera. Get that shit out of here. I don't want none of that shit in here. So. I'll slap you all with a sandal, with a chancla.
Powerful, but also can have devastating results and basically consequences if you break the fantasy for some of these people. Just ask Hololive's former VTuber, Rushia. So she at one point was one of the biggest VTubers in the world. At one point, she was the most super
shut your bitch ass up. That just fucking insults me. Fuck you, bitch. This motherfucker.
On all of YouTube, earning millions of dollars
I swear to God.
In just a few years, and she accomplished that largely thanks to her girlfriend experience that she was very heavily invested in.
Rushia definitely like took the big.
After a Discord message popped up on her screen inadvertently from a popular male Japanese singer.
Not Asian enough you can't afford chopsticks. Hiya.
Went absolutely nuts. They started burning their merch. They started canceling their memberships. They even started having public meltdowns about how betrayed they felt that their favorite girlfriend experience VTuber was potentially talking to another man. And
see, this is one of the reasons why I don't do this parasocial shit. I just come here, hang out, have some fun with you guys. We make jokes, you know, and all this other shit. Just have a good time, right? Just come here and just like, you know, if you had like a bad day or so, you know, you can come here and hang out with us at the end of the day. Relax, take it easy, you know, let all the worries go away, you know, have some good times with me, and that's pretty much it, you know. But I don't do this shit, okay? I'm not into this weirdo shit, to be honest, because I feel like, because personally, right, like you have a platform, right? You have a responsibility because you're famous, right? You're popular, you know, you have a platform, you know, you have a big audience and everything like that, right? It just feels like you're taking advantage of someone who's like mentally ill, who wants that parasocial relationship shit, you know? That's the thing. That's personally the thing that I just don't like, you know? Like, you know, like they said specifically, right? With great power comes with great responsibility. But if you're like gonna abuse it and take advantage of your fans who are mentally ill, and you're just gonna pretend to be their girlfriend and shit, I just feel like that isn't right in my personal opinion. Because like they'll donate like a shit ton of money and everything to you and like try to gift stuff to you and all this other shit, you know, because they quote unquote love you, but you don't love them back. You know, it's like a one-sided relationship type of shit. It's not cool with me. I don't like it, you know. I personally don't like that shit, having that weird one-sided relationship shit, and you're taking advantage of your fan base and stuff like that, of their mental issues. Nah, man, that's not my type of thing, bro. Yeah, we got morals, we got standards over here. We don't fuck around with that shit, to be honest. That's why personally I don't really go with that, you know. Cool, real one. We here to just mess around, talk crap, etc., etc. At the end of the day, it's just entertainment purposes. Gumpai, on the other hand, is another level, and nothing reciprocates. Yeah, like same thing with Rusia as well, right? Like me personally, I'm not into the whole parasocial shit. You know, I'm not gonna go into it. I'm not gonna delve into it. That's the reason why I don't do ASMR shit, because they all do that role play stuff. Like I've done role play before. I'm not gonna do it personally. Like it's great for voice acting and like practicing and stuff like that, but I don't really like go into it that hard and everything. Who the hell has morals when you can just suck them dry and at the end of the day you don't feel anything? Yeah, it's just like these specific like people just kind of like completely like take over, like for people who are like who have this like social mental issues with it, right? They just like it takes over their mind or so, with completely like, oh yeah, Rusia is my girlfriend, blah 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 blah, and all this other shit, you know, even though it's not real. Even though 100% it's not even real. What if I don't know my way to be king of the basement? You have to fight him in a 1v1. ASMR is rabbit hole and a half. I'm not really into the ASMR thing. Can I be the most overpowered ASMR person? Yeah, I can, you know, because it's not that difficult to do ASMR, right? Anyone can fucking do ASMR, right? It's not rocket science to do ASMR, but I'm not gonna do it personally. Can I do the whole Dommy Mommy stuff, ASMR shit, or whatever other crap for ASMR specifically? Yeah, I can totally do it, but I'm not gonna do it because that's just not my type of thing at the end of the day. It's just not for me. I hate it. I don't like it.
Desperate attempt to save the support from those people who were upset, she literally broke her NDA to share information with YouTube channels to try to save face with her community. It ultimately didn't work. She got terminated from How Alive, and also, as it turns out, that supposed boyfriend that was in the message was actually her husband at the time, but that was revealed about a year or two after all this happened. But as I'm pointing out here, it can have some pretty devastating
it's because of
impact
YouTube.
if you lie about
YouTube doesn't like,
life relationships,
you know,
status,
VTuber content stuff, so especially some ASMR stuff
people have created in your community. Now, Gumpai is basically this, but a lot less profitable and also a lot more unhinged and parasocial. So let's look at
how
some of the
parasocial
tweets.
are we
And
talking
again,
about?
They've nuked all of their social media accounts, so I don't have everything, but I'm going to give you as much as I could find. So here's a tweet from months ago saying, "I'm not just a streamer. I am in love with my community. It hurts to know on both sides if someone has a relationship. It's literally cheating because I spent the whole day in call yesterday flirting in Discord and we had a date together."
I see. Interesting. So that's what's happening over there in Gumpai's community.
So they literally believe and want to give off this impression that she's literally your girlfriend if you're a part of the community, and that if you watch other content creators or you have a girlfriend in real life, you're cheating on her. And it's a whole mess. And she would even be in calls all day. She would even sleep on call in her Discord overnight.
Who the fuck has time for that? I hardly ever have time to hang out with my community. The only time I ever have time to hang out with my community in a Discord, like on the public Discord call or so, is when I'm ahead of my work and everything. Like if I'm ahead of my work, I've done everything on time and all this other stuff, or there's not really much doing or much happening, right? Then I'll sometimes have extra time to come hang out with you guys. But that's pretty much about it. But most of the time I'm super busy, like grinding, making content and like whatever other shit, you know?
Prove that she wasn't doing anything with any other guy in real life. Very crazy stuff. Here's another series of tweets that are just off the wall. So down here, we'll begin down here and work our way up. She says this: please, I'm begging you, don't watch me or interact with me if you have a girlfriend who doesn't know about me. I feel like I'm getting cheated on. I'm serious. It hurts so much. So if you have a girlfriend who doesn't know about them, you can't interact with the community whatsoever because it's basically
Jesus
cheating.
Christ.
And then she reiterates by quoting that, saying, I tweeted this as a vent because I put 100% of my energy dating my community and being a good girlfriend, but people are telling me about their girlfriends, which makes me feel really bad. This is not a joke nor a bit. And then she says, I am doing the girlfriend experience because it's fun and I want to be really nice to men. I'm tired of—
Yeah, I haven't even dated anyone in real life. It's been over like 11 years since I've dated someone in real life, like straight up real life. Have I done online dating? Yeah, I've done online dating like at least one time or so, but well, at least like 2 times in the most recent 10 years or so. But they never last long or so. They last like really short. So I don't personally count as dating because it's like they don't last long. So it's just kind of like so it's just like like I don't grow any attachment or feelings because it's just like, well, we broke up so soon before even emotions began, so it's just kind of like you know, meh. So it's just kind of like so I haven't really dated anyone in IRL in over 11 years now. It's more than 11 years, but yeah, I don't have time. I honestly don't have time to date somebody. Like, I would give time to date someone only if they understand, only if they understand like, hey, I got to do VTubing stuff, like I can't make all of the time in the world, but I can try my best to make time for you. It doesn't matter if I'm dating a girl or if I'm dating a guy, okay? It doesn't really matter which either. I'll always try to find time to, like, be with my special someone, right? As long as they understand and be like, hey, I'm a VTuber. There's gonna be people who are going to hit on me. There's gonna be people who's gonna flirt on me. There's people who's gonna make like all this other stuff. Because I'm a VTuber at the end of the day, right? We sometimes get those people who are like, "Are you my mommy?" and everything like that, or they try to like do a pickup line and everything like that. It's just kind of like whatever. It's part of the job. As long as they understand and they don't get jealous, and all this other shit, and then they understand that I'm not gonna, hey, I'm not gonna tell people that like I'm in a relationship or something, and that's pretty much it,
of e-dating, so I decided to treat my community as my e-boyfriend. I'm
Hey,
also
King.
really lonely, have low self-esteem, constantly forget
Oh,
to
King,
take
I want
my
to show you
meds,
something.
ADHD,
Don't go
and a
anywhere. I want to show you
huge,
something.
media backlogged, which are all things my community helps me take care of. And up here says, there are women who constantly go back to a guy that treats them like shit, and you're telling me being social and dating my community is unhealthy. Go F yourself, seriously. Let a girl have fun.
Yikes. Yeah, it is very unhealthy to date your community, to be honest. It's really bad because when they find out that you have a relationship, if they have a relationship, I'm just saying.
My community helped me so much with eating properly, my body dysmorphia, and anhedonia. So basically, definitely therapists would recommend this if you have these issues too.
Well, if you have issues like this, yeah, a therapist is always number one. Why would you go? I'm not gonna vent to my community of like having like an eating disorder or some kind of like mental issue or some other issue. Like, you guys aren't there for that. You guys are here to come hang out with me, have fun. I'll entertain you guys, and then all of this other stuff,
Date an entire community of people, but you can see they are heavily invested into this girlfriend experience that goes beyond just some sort of streaming LARP, right? But
That's
here
crazy.
is a list of their related accounts that was posted on their Tumblr, which is also, I believe, gone.
Wow, their Tumblr is gone too as well.
To things including Discord, which we'll look at in just a second as well. But you can see one of the first questions down here. Can we send you intimate photos of ourselves, D-pics, tributes, etc.? And she says, yes, you can. I'm more than okay for them being sent to me. I enjoy seeing them, and I also do archive them, just to let you know.
Okay. Wow. That is dick pics and freaking coom tributes and etc. You can literally send that to her. That's crazy. That is the most craziest parasocial shit I've ever heard in my entire life, dude. No. The problem is she decided to go into this whole, like, she went into heavy on this parasocial shit and it just bite her in the ass. So she took down everything. So yeah.
So again, this is evolved way
Yeah.
beyond some streamlarp. It's now in private.
This is the girl who was freaking out about the about some fan or so making a plushie out of her. So this is what that's what she is.
It's also sexual. You can see where the danger is starting to arise here. But let's talk about some of these surrounding social media accounts that she had, beginning with the Discord. And we already kind of hinted at this, but she posted this: finally got around towards blocking every female name in my Discord server. Now Gumpanions can't talk about other women in my vicinity.
Jesus Christ.
So not only does she ban any women from entering her Discord server, she also banned the names of all women. There's some like curated list of all female names, and it just auto bans anyone who has it or mentions it.
Wow.
That's how deep these things go. But it gets worse.
Look, I'm not here to ban females, males, or whatever you want to name yourself at the end of the day, right? I love both genders, okay? I love my female audiences and I love my male audiences at the end of the day. But I'm not gonna ban every female in my Discord, which is the most stupidest thing ever, to be honest. It'd be too much of a sausage fest in there. That's what the guys always say. The guys always say, like, man, it's like a fucking sausage fest in here, you know? I'm like, I don't, yeah, you know, I personally, you know. Honestly, she wanted to send money to go to her. Dude, she's the one that literally cannot afford a bag of chips or chopsticks, bro. She has that shit on her throne, dude. We literally checked on her throne that same day, and she literally can't afford a bag of chips, okay? Let that sink into you guys. She's the one that can't afford a goddamn bag of chips, bro.
Worse. As people pointed out in this whole reaction to the situation, she repurposed a Google form to make a quote-unquote joke boyfriend application that included some questions like this. What is your ethnicity? What are the dimensions of your intimate parts?
What the fuck? She asked people what size their dicks are? And if they're fucking circumcised or not circumcised? Okay. All right, man. Okay.
And some other details about that. How often do you gump? I'm pretty sure I know what she's trying to say there. Then asking if they're virgins, how many sexual partners, and how many relationships, and all these things. And this was something that people voluntarily filled out, but you can see again how deep all of this is going. Now, here's some more quotes from, I believe, Tumblr here.
Boyfriend said, hell no, I ain't buying you chips.
And what she likes. And again, just like we saw,
I don't think she is in her 30s. I think she's young. She's young because we took a look at her. We took a look at her a while back or so. She's young. She sounds very young. She's like in her 20s.
She said that she doesn't want to reply to these things publicly. She doesn't want to fill her blog with these photos because it's just private fun between her and her boyfriends. And she basically also wants to archive these things, and that she'll do these ratings and all this stuff. It's for her own material. It's a part of her collection. So if you send her anything, she's going to keep it. You can see how that would be a potentially disastrous thing. Then here's another Anon saying, do you mind people being people's sexual outlet because you enjoy it and the attention it brings, or is it that you're just willing to tolerate that sort of behavior? And she says, at first, I was a bit suspicious due to the negative stigma of it, but now I enjoy the attention it brings. I'm really grateful to have people like me in that way. I love you. Yeah, that definitely seems like a very healthy connection there. But also, keep in mind, again, a lot of stuff was deleted from her Twitter account. I remember on many occasions her calling other VTubers hoolers for basically any sort of content, and yet they're doing this sort of stuff in private and, as we'll see eventually, in public as well.
No, she has, the funny thing about it, she has a boyfriend. And then her community found out that she has a boyfriend. And then it all completely exploded. So, yeah. This is what happens when you go into that parasocial relationship shit.
Here's another screenshot where she says, I want to be a really, really good girlfriend for you. One who only gives you a good time no matter what. This is being sent privately to people and basically mirrored across her entire community.
Yikes.
Then you have this person. You can pause and read it yourself. It's very unhinged. This person saying they want to marry and make Gumpai pregnant and that they've cut themselves.
What the fuck?
Off from them completely using dating apps, but it's just not the same, and yada yada yada. And then ends with I love you. And she responds by saying she feels like tearing up, Anon. It's nice to know you feel this way about me, it really does. And that she feels flustered reading this and doesn't know and wishes it was real. And also that she loves this person too. Yeah, unfortunately you're seeing how deep all this goes. And the other unfortunate part is that she's a massive hypocrite on this entire thing. So unfortunately as well, there's multiple tweets and interactions that basically set herself up. Okay, back in November, when reacting to this tweet, which said that a lot of content creators need a harsh reality check and they shouldn't go into streaming expecting others to pay your bills and basically take care of you, where Gumpai quoted and said, skill issue, just make your viewers fall in love with you and don't have a boyfriend in secret. Oh.
I see.
Oh, this would age like milk. And on top of that, like, you know, I guess it was always just kind of the
she literally said it.
Their goal. We now know this was not sarcastic. This was literally what she was doing. But also we have a screenshot here saying, imagine admitting to your community that you're a broke Lord Neats. Reacting
pretty
to
good,
people
same
who
old,
do
same old.
Dono-a-thons and subathons and things like that. But they continue on saying,
hope you're doing well as well.
Work, so you complain about your fake mental illness diagnoses. And then goes on further here to say, pretend to be nice to your nicest oiler. And you actually have a boyfriend, yet complain that everything in your life is falling apart. Maybe you deserve it because you're so fat and you order from DoorDash. So yeah, based on this, it's a little bit of a self-berating here, but also projection. They're talking about people who do subathons and saying all of these things about being nice to your nicest oiler. I
don't even do subathons because it just feels like you're kind of like begging for money. I don't know, maybe that's just my personal opinion. That's how I see it personally, right? I don't do subathons, right? And even then I just like stream. I just stream for a very long time, even then, you know, for free, you know, for everybody anyways. Because I just enjoy streaming a long time. I just enjoy streaming with my community. I just love having fun, you know. Not everybody can't make it, you know, right? But if I stream for a very long time, I do see them from time to time. They kind of like pop in like at different hours of the streaming thing. So that's pretty much been it, you know. Every day is a subathon since the first stream I'm here. Does she like to self-snitch? I guess so. I guess she enjoys self-snitching or like telling everybody is like, yeah, you know, yeah. But yeah, I don't do subathons. I don't know. It just kind of feels like I'm just kind of like begging for money. I don't know. It's just like that weird mentality about it, you know. Hey, next. How you doing, hun?
And having a boyfriend in secret and they don't know about it. Well, unfortunately, we would get some proof of that. But people started to question things. So in the early portions of this year, her tweets became very like emotional and a little bit different than the usual schizo posting and stuff like that. And also people noticed that she wasn't in her Discord server as much. She wasn't doing the nighttime calls anymore. And people started to get suspicious, right? Well, then a Google Doc dropped a few days ago containing a bunch of screenshots. We'll show only a few. It becomes very obvious. This person saying that they're literally just wingmanning for Gumpai, and this individual is saying, I love...
Let me see. But yeah, love Gumpai. Please and thanks. Gonna go back to work. Bye. I love Gumpai every day. I love Gumpai forever and always. Also, how's the things with V-Trends right now? Since you're on a holiday and stuff, still going strong. Yeah, I love him. He wants to manager LARP me. He made so many spreadsheets. Hi, dude. My cousin is so annoying. She keeps saying I have no energy. Interesting.
Love you, Gunpai, yada, yada, yada. And they ask, how's the thing with the trance right now, since you're on holiday and stuff, still going strong? And she says, yeah, I love him. He wants to manager LARP me, which, for those who don't know, it's like basically for typically like big adult content type accounts. The manager thing is like, it's the husband behind the scenes that none of the people know about. And they're running the accounts and helping profit off of what their wife or girlfriend is making while the community doesn't know that person exists. And that's a pretty good indication there. But there's also some more screenshots where they ask how's the withdrawing going from the whole community thing, talking about distancing herself from her community, especially on Discord and things like that. And saw some complaints and just want to see how you're doing. And this friend cell account, which is another one of her alts, Gumpai, saying it's good. I'm like super detached ever since I started getting really close to Cammy. He stole my heart. And the person says Cammy is that the trans person from the previous screenshot, right? And they say, yeah. So with that and other screenshots in the Google Doc, Swift's response from Gumpai.
Damn.
They would immediately deactivate their main Twitter account. They would private their alternate Twitter account. They would nuke all of their content off of YouTube. They would nuke their Kick account, their Twitch account.
Damn, she has like fucking 887 followers too. Damn, that's crazy.
Account's been banned, so you don't have to worry about that. And people in her community were very, very upset. Here's an example.
Oh, here we go. Here we
I'm not trying
go.
to blame this person. It's just an example of how out of hand things had gotten. So they say at Gumpai, I supported you even when everyone but your community hated you. Yet it seems like you don't give a shit about anyone. I'm not one to take the whole girlfriend experience thing that seriously. I genuinely enjoyed it, enjoyed my time with you, and I do wish you the best going forward. And this other person responds by saying, sorry to tell you, but this was obvious. She was just using her fans for monetary gain and didn't care about her fans. Where the original poster replies saying, what proof do you have?
Probably.
Obvious. The reason I got into her to begin with was because she felt closer to me than my IRL girlfriend at the time.
That's pretty bad to fucking say, dude. What the fuck? A complete stranger, a VTuber stranger, is closer to you than your IRL girlfriend? Ah, man, dude, that's crazy.
She definitely acted like she cared from when I first joined until she stopped doing the sleep calls. I'm telling you, that was the big indicator for a lot of these people, was the fact that she wasn't doing the sleep calls. But besides the absolute...
How am I supposed to send her chips now? Shut the fuck up, I swear to God.
mess that this is, a lot of people from her community, whether
This
super
motherfucker
dedicated or not, they felt betrayed because they were being sold a girlfriend experience, and she was claiming she didn't have a boyfriend, and it sounds like most, if not all of this time, she had one. And that's why a lot of people, also combined with her previous controversies, were making fun of this entire situation, saying, remember that Gumpai person that started drama over plushies months ago? Apparently she was in a relationship all this time, and people in her community found out about it with the screenshot of her account being deactivated. And you can see 12,000 likes. A lot of people really don't like her outside of her community, and now of course people in her community don't like her as well.
Yikes.
But wait, there's more. So in that same Google Doc with the screenshots, you can see this interaction here, talking about pulling away from some psychotic people in their community. And Gumpai replies by saying, Time to Fansly Max, which is
Wait. I think that you do better much as a normal streamer who doesn't have to deal with schizos. The money is super nice, and there are some cool people crying emoji. But holy shit, do you have some psychopathic members? Time to Fansly Max. It's the unfortunate consequences of being super active with your community while doing GFE, the girlfriend experience. Yeah. Damn. Hey man, you signed up what you you know. It's always that one saying, right? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Well, there you go, right there.
There's an adult website, okay? And they're not kidding. Because this is another alt account of Gumpai.
Jesus fucking Christ, she has so many alt accounts. Holy fuck, than me having gotcha accounts. Holy fuck, man. Jesus Christ, dude, honestly, I don't understand what people have so many like alt accounts for like Twitter and like social media shit. And I'm like, fuck, man, they have more alt accounts than I do of my gotcha accounts. Fucking A, man. I only have one Twitter account, and that's about it. I had another Twitter account, but I completely forgot the password of it. So I'm just kind of like, so I had to redo Twitter again. So I don't remember the fucking password to that. So I had to make another new Twitter account. So I was like, ah, fuck, I don't remember the password to this Twitter account. Ah, well, oh, fuck it, I'll just make another one. So that was pretty much about it. That's basically it. I don't think I remember it, but if I do, I'll let you guys know about it. I guess that's where I can like probably post like art stuff, you know, like updated stuff on art, and just keep the VTuber stuff, and that's pretty much about it though. But that's it. But I'll probably rarely use it because I'll probably just upload that stuff on my main account probably at the end of the day. And that's about it, you know. But I even hardly use my main Twitter account because like I don't like being on Twitter personally. It's just kind of like whatever at the end of the day. I like looking at art stuff, you know, like sometimes it'll pass by on my feed and everything, or my VTuber friends and stuff like that passing on my feed. Either there's someone's birthday or like they passed a milestone on like followers and stuff like that. I'm like, I always congratulate them and all that stuff, you know.
And this is an account that is just completely dedicated to posting not safe for work content. And if you're confused as to why so many people are convinced, well, unfortunately, she posted a link to her Throne account, which had Gumpai in the name. And of course, she's received hundreds of gifts through that Throne account, which is now being shared on this account. And it's the only social media account she has left that hasn't deactivated. And this is the type of stuff she's posting now. And people are laughing because, again, she made many tweets shaming VTubers who made any sort of lewd content, and now this is what she's been doing.
Interesting. So she makes fun of other VTubers doing lewd content, but she was also doing the same thing on her alt account. Her alt account. Interesting. How ironic that is, huh? Like for me personally, hey man, if any of my VTuber friends or anybody doing like lewd content, hey man, go grab that bag, man. That for me personally, not my type of thing, right? I'll do cosplay photos. That's about it. You know, like I'll definitely do some like cosplay photos and stuff like that. Fun cosplay stuff. But like, hey man, you do you, man. Have fun with it, you know? I'm not gonna hate you. You grab that bag, grab that hustle, you know? Shit. You gotta do some hustle work, you know?
Arguably the whole time, because the posts on that go back many months, pretty much the whole span of her run as Gumpai the VTuber.
That's crazy.
And it's just a very bizarre situation. So much hypocrisy, so much that basically she built up with these very rigid expectations of what fans were getting.
I'm not gonna do any face reveals.
They were getting the exact opposite.
Still no face reveals. I would prefer not to do that personally.
Giant grift. A giant grift gone completely wrong. And yeah, that's really the finality of this situation. I don't know where it goes from here, but I know a lot of people from her community are upset, and I know a lot of people are clowning on this situation, but that is the update. That is the long-awaited update.
That's crazy. I was not expecting an update, to be honest.
Feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time.
See, okay, so this is one of the problems, right? This is like one of the things that I always have to talk about specifically about like parasocial relationships. This is stuff that I just don't mess with, you know?
basically.
This is stuff that I literally don't mess with parasocial stuff. Never, never, ever, ever. I think personally, when it comes to like the parasocial shit, I like immediately stomp it. I'm like, no, like no, we're not having this conversation. We're not having this shit where I pretend to be your girlfriend and all this other shit. You know, no, 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 no. That's not just how it is. I come here on stream. I post whatever videos on YouTube as well. We have fun. We react stuff here. I send it over to YouTube, you know, for people to watch as well, because I know there's some people who don't like Twitch, which is understandable completely, or people who just can't make it, you know, can't make it on the stream or so, which is 100% understandable as well. And that's about it. We just have some good times and we just have some fun. You know, I love seeing my YouTube community to come hang out with me on Twitch from time to time. You know, I love seeing it. You know, I'm not the best entertainer in the entire world, right? But I always try my best at the end of the day. You know, I feel like Somali and Gumpai would be a good couple of shit. Girl actually got several X accounts to min-max her stalking streak with all the people that raid her. Nah, no, I don't. Yeah. I remember Nixie talking about this. She said it's weird to date one of her fans. Uncle said, imagine she be like Nixie. Oh, you're so lucky to date me, random guy. Lady, I don't even know who you are. Oh yeah, Nixie. Yeah, I know her. I think I'm one of her friends or so, VTuber friends, but it's been a while since I've interacted with her, so she probably forgot about me anyways. But overall, yeah, like I don't know, personally it's just kind of weird. But like I said, if I'm like dating someone, right? If I'm dating like another VTuber or another content creator or so, I'm not going to go public with it, you know? If it happens, you know, if it gets accidentally revealed, yeah, we'll talk about it. You know, we'll sit down and talk about it like grown adults and stuff like that, and be like, yes, I'm in a relationship with so VTuber or so content creator. You know, the cat's out of the bag, you know, and everything. But hopefully, you know, we can all be adults. We can all grow up and, you know, still have a good time and everything like that. You know, we'll sometimes do content together, and sometimes we won't do content creator. It's just how it is. You know, so it's just. That's the way how it is. But you know, hey, it is what it is, right? Because at the end of the day, right, it's still none of your guys' business of who I date and who I don't date. Okay, it's like none of your guys' business. But I do like to keep you guys at least updated on certain things, you know, or other stuff, you know, whatever it is, right? It's just, it is what it is. But I don't want you guys to worry about me so much about it, you know. Like I appreciate it, right? I appreciate the worriness and everything, right? But I'm like, I want you guys to come here and just kind of have fun, you know, just come here, hang out, have some fun, you know. Same thing with my YouTube channel. Just come by, you know, take a gander of some of my content, you know, watch, you know, relax, you know, have a good time, have me in the background or something while you're working on something, you know, and all this other stuff, you know. It's just, it is what it is, right? Like I said, your opinions can differ between mine. Like I said, you know, personally, like I said, a lot of stuff personally, I'm not a fan of love and deep space the way how it is personally, but hey, it is what it is, you know. I know a lot of young women or so are like hating on me or so because of the whole love and deep space thing, but I'm just kind of like, I don't really care. Okay, all right, don't care personally. But yeah, seen a clip recently where a VTuber implied some were trying to get her to add the singles tag on Twitch, I presume, saying the Twitch TOS won't send her a shadow. Won't send her to the shadow realm, which, what the hell is wrong with some peeps? I have no idea. But yeah, I just come here to have fun. That's it. I just come to have fun with you guys. You guys can come hang out with me. You guys can say something in chat. You know, you guys can go lurk or stuff in my stream and everything. Thank you for the follow as well. You know, you guys can come like lurk. I have no problem at all. You know, it is what it is. You just got to make sure to message every so often, because last time I got banned off Twitch or so for like a day and a half or something like that. Or like I got banned for like a little bit because they think I was botting or so. They thought I was view botting because there weren't a lot of people messaging in the chat, but I had a shit ton of viewers for some apparent reason. So they banned me for that reason. So as long as you guys can like message from time to time, very much appreciated, you know? Yeah. There's like 30 people in stream or so, but like nobody was like talking as much in my chat or so, but I got banned. So yeah, as long as you guys from time to time message, I'll be okay. All right. Just to let Twitch know, I'll be like, hey chat, hey Twitch, I'm not a robot. I'm not a view botter, okay? I'm a normal person, okay? All right, but that's pretty much about it anyways. But like I said, parasocial relationship, not my type of thing. You know, not my type of thing. Hey, if one of my VTuber friends are doing that parasocial shit, I'd be like, hey man, you do you just keep me out of it. But all I gotta say is just be careful, you know? I mean, having 150 views and less than 10 messengers every 30 minutes, yeah, that's what you get. Yeah, I got it for a couple bits or so. I got banned for it, so which was kind of funny. But yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. And yeah, I don't do parasocial relationship. I may be a dommy mommy or a mommy in general, just a nice, cool, chill mom at the end of the day. But no parasocial relationship in here. So anyways, that's the end of the video. And peace.